Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Chantel, but here I'm going by Tiarashantel. And yes, Tiara is my middle name. So I'm so excited! So I was thinking about what my first video should be and I thought, oh my gosh, I have the perfect story to share and maybe it can help someone else out. This probably happens to a lot of you guys and girls. So here's my story time. So this was like a month or so ago, and I, was still in school. The fall semester was still going on, but, I have days off. And so, of course, I went to Target because who doesn't love Target? Okay, come on. So Walmart's okay too. I know some people are going to be like, Walmart, okay? So anyways, I, was waiting in line, and I don't know, some Targets are different. Some Targets only have one row, but at this Target that I was at, they had 2 rows. So there's a register here, this is row 1, and then register here, this is row 2. I was waiting for the register in row 1, and the line was super long because, of course, it was before, the holidays. Everyone was doing their last minute shopping, so it was crazy in there. So, of course, to, the right, there's the other register on the other side, and they have, these brochures for the holiday deals. Not really deals, but, they try to get you to buy stuff. And I'm waiting in line. I have a cart full of stuff, and this old man comes up behind me, and he grabs one of the brochures, and I'm, thinking in my head, please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me. You know what I'm saying? To me, it's I feel like a lot of young people, they get a bad rep. I mean, I look younger than I am. I'm 19, but I look like I'm 16 or something. So I feel like I had to be extra respectful and extra nice, especially to old people. Because, I feel like older people think that young people, especially in this generation, are disrespectful and they don't know how to make a conversation. So, of course, I am extra nice to older people. No offense, but you know what I'm saying? And so he, picks up one of the brochures and he starts flipping through it and he's standing right next to me. And I'm like, oh, back up. Okay. Too close. And basically in my head, I'm like, okay, who does this? Why are you looking through the, he's obviously trying to talk to me. I'm like, okay, you know what? Today I really don't feel like talking. There's a lot of people. It's crowded. I'm just over it. But, of course, being me, I'm really nice. I want to be respectful. So I, I'm like, these are some expensive toys. And I don't say that, but I'm thinking that in my head. And then he starts talking to me like, oh, I had one of these when I was a kid. I don't care. Didn't say that, of course. But in my head, I'm like, I don't care. I'm just trying to pay for my stuff and go home before I have work. So anyways, he's flipping through it, and then he starts talking to me. Oh, I had one of these when I was a kid. And I'm like, oh, cool, yeah. And then I'm like, you know what? He might be, really nice. I might learn something from him, The line's long. We're both standing here. It's, how awkward it is when you're standing in line. It's people start talking to each other. I didn't think anything of it. I was like, you know what? Be cool. And then, of course, I see something. I'm like, wow, this stuff really is expensive, And then, he gets behind me, then starts saying some other stuff. And then, he notices that I have a tattoo. My hair was up in a bun. I had a shirt that was low cut. And, he asked me, oh, what made you get that? And I'm, explain it to him. And then he's like, oh, my buddies in the Navy, they all got tattoos back in the day when, you get infected from it. And, it just wasn't good. So I just decided to stay away from it. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, you good. And so then, he keeps talking to me. He introduces himself. I introduce myself. I gave him my first name. I didn't see the problem with it. I'm like, let me be respectful. He's probably like, man, this young lady is really respectful. Wow, try to represent for the young people. You know what I'm saying? Well, then he starts talking to me more, asking me what my degree is. At first, I don't tell him what school I go to. That's crazy. And so, I'm talking about it, my potential degree. And, he's like, wow, that's really ambitious. Wow, that's really great. And so then the guy comes and he's like, oh, the second line opens because he comes and he's like, I could take you next. And I was like, oh, no, it's okay. I was like, why don't you go ahead, to the older guy. I was like, you go ahead and you only have one thing. He had a birthday card. So first of all, I should have been like, what? Like, why does he just have a birthday card? Like, suspect. And it was like a kid birthday card too. You know what I'm saying? Like, But you don't want to like suspect people. You want to be kind of nice, but that's gotta be ourselves, ladies and gents, right? Okay. So, anyways, him and I go back and forth. I'm like, no, please go. You only have one thing. I have a cart full of stuff. This is gonna take longer than your cart. Just please go. And he's like, no. And I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to argue with this man. You know what? I'm going to go. So I went and, he still is talking to me. I'm like, dude, like, it's okay. Like, we good. Cut it off, And the guy at the register tries to talk to me because he sees, like, I'm starting to get uncomfortable. I'm just like, okay, this old dude is, like, making me, like, a little uncomfortable because it's like, really, like, come on, we not gonna be friends. Yeah, that's what I thought. And then, I'm done. I pay. I go out. I say, you know what? Yeah, bye. And I'm walking to my car really fast, like lightning, like just really fast. Because I had, sometimes when you have a gut feeling, this is the point of this video, when you have a gut feeling about something and it's not right, chances are your gut's right. And you need to follow your gut and just do whatever it is you gotta do. Flight, you shouldn't fight old people, but run as fast as you can. So anyways, I get to my car and I hear, Chantel. After I had put my clothes away, I'm about to get into my car. And I'm like, I turn around and I'm like, oh my God, this man chased after me. Now, that is not okay. Okay? Now, having a conversation with someone in line is okay. But when you chase after someone, that is taking it to another level. So, especially if they're younger than you. Like, no, I'm sorry. So, I like have my keys in my hand, my door's closed. I'm like, oh my gosh, this dude says, hey, he's walking up to me. He's walking up to me. Hey, not like that, but that's how it felt. Like, he's walking up to me. I just want to be friends. Can we be friends? And I'm thinking in my head, what is this old man want to be friends? He's like, you seem really cool, you're really nice. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people are nice. I thought you were nice until you chased after me. Weird. No, I don't want to be your friend. I'm barely friends with people my age, so no. And then he, proceeded towards me and I was like, oh my gosh, no. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm shaking. Like, I feel so, like, scared. Like, I've never felt so scared. I just did not know what to do because I've never been in that situation before. And, of course, because I'm so nice, I was like, yeah, sure. I gave him a fake number. Get away from me, okay? So, gave him a fake number, and that was that. And he walked away, and I made sure that he did not follow me. I made sure. I screamed out of the parking lot, okay? And I was very paranoid for like a couple of days. And I told my parents, and my dad was like, what? You gotta keep your head on a swivel. And I'm like, I know, but sometimes when you're in these situations and you have no experience, you just don't know what to do. But now I am happy to say I know what to do, and I will no longer be super friendly to old men, especially. But anyways, the moral of the story is that at the end of the day, it is okay to be nice to people and respectful and treat them the way that you want to be treated. But there is a point. And if you feel uncomfortable, like I said earlier, if you feel uncomfortable or your gut telling you, this isn't right, chances are it's not right. And you need to just assess the situation and walk away, if you can, and if you don't feel safe, call someone. Like I called my friend right after and I was like, oh my gosh. But the thing is that sometimes we, don't do things or we don't say things or we don't stick up for ourselves because we're worried about what people will think, like me thinking that, I want to make a good impression on an older person for all the young people. And of course, it backfired on me. I'm not saying that I'm not going to be respectful to old people because many other old people have talked to me, but I know what to do now and I'm a lot more cautious. I'm not as nice. I, will give them a fake name, okay, if I'm by myself. And, if someone asks me to be my friend, I'm going to be very cautious and I'm going to shout, oh my God. I'm kidding. But, if someone approaches me like that, and you're not a cute boy my age, no. Because, what does an old man have in a relationship with a young woman as a friendship? That's not okay. If you knew me when I was younger and you're a mentor, that's different. Or my parents know you and you're a mentor, fine, that is okay. But for you to be a stranger, something ain't right. But anyways, I just hope that this helps someone else that has gone through the same thing. You are not alone. Like, this is like, or not. No, but it's not that serious. But, after that happened to me, I felt like so weird and I felt like it was my fault and I felt like I was wrong and I felt like, oh my gosh, like I can't be nice. But you know what? No, it's not you. It's them. Anything that anybody else does has to do with them. It has nothing to do with you. And yeah, I just really hope that this helps you guys and girls. It can happen to guys too. Some old lady, some cougar might be after you. I don't know. But if something makes you feel uncomfortable, it's okay. It's not your fault. You didn't do anything, okay? Maybe you were flirting. I'm kidding, but I am so happy to be a part of the YouTube family, the YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. I'm so happy to be starting my channel finally, and I'm just looking forward to start sharing more videos, sharing my college experience, giving you guys advice on, that I wish that I had when I was starting college, and, some tips that I'm going to be trying this new semester, my organizational tips, all different kinds of things. I'm just going to be sharing my life with you. So if you like this video, please subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram will be linked below, and it's also in my information. Thank you so much. And once again, it's your girl, Tiarashantel.
I'm flying high, but I've got a feeling I'm falling for nobody else.